Let's get started here. Thank you all for coming out. I'm Johannes Jansson. I'm the director of the Creative Writing Program. I'm pleased to see you all here. I'm pleased and looking forward to Paul reading from his new book. Joelle's going to introduce it. I'm just going to say a few words first. A couple of months ago, I was reading Swedish poet Åsa Berg's diaries that were published. I was not like sneaking in and stealing them. And there's a part where she's angry at her husband Fredrik because he has so many wealthy upper middle class fans, and she writes, "But my fans are much cooler." When I went to Chicago to read, there was a kid who came all the way from Pittsburgh to give me a Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster. And of course that kid was Paul Cunningham. It was the young Paul Cunningham. Heroic youth. And somebody who brought that intensity to his love of poetry ever since, from before that and ever since. Somebody who even before he had an MFA had a chapbook press, The Radioactive Moat, which was awesome. I still have some of those in my office, and who has kept, in addition to writing, has done a lot of reviewing, publishing, editing, and has published several books, including this new one, Sociocide, at the 24/7. And here to introduce the book is not me, but Joelle.
Howdy. So, it would be easy enough to locate for you the poetry of Paul Cunningham's Sociocide at the 24/7, according to a series of aesthetic coordinates, such as VHS culture, the irrational exuberance of Ryan Trecarton, the giggling virtuosity of Tom Hulse's Mozart and Amadeus, the mall engagement ring desideratum of Chelsea Minnis, the way David Bowie wears Warhol's actual wigs to play him in Julian Schnabel's biopic of Basquiat, just so David Bowie can say, "Oh, Jean, let's go to Pittsburgh. I'm from there, sort of." But to describe this book along such coordinates is also to betray him, like in the good parts of the Gospels where the bad apostles kiss and tell and crow about it in the morning. For like the 7-Eleven that haunts this 24/7, this grid is abundant and spilling out. So Slim Jim, and so Circus Peanuts, so Trucker Speed, and so Gila Monster Venom, and all in a needle, so cold and so deep you don't eat for a holy week. Holy and weak, but in the contradictions, the glitch, the eye tremor, the muscle spasm, something else is pushing through. In the torrent of undecidability between the word and the image, between desire and disgust, that mystery. It's like what media theorist Georges Didi Huberman had to say about the devout Renaissance painter Fra Angelico. Fra Angelico reminds us that to be the subject is, etymologically speaking, to be thrown down, sub iacere. And Didi Huberman reminds us further that, quote, "When dogmas made of paradox cannot be firmly established, their perpetual vacillations can only be energized and directed." Well, just like a Renaissance painter, here it is, leaking all over the floor, or posing in the belt security mirror that Alexander McQueen ripped down and made into a visor to hide and to protect. And here's the Crystal Pepsi leaking from the wound. Here's the Boone's Farm, that gallon of mellow mist and of forgetfulness. This refrigerant stinks to high heaven, and that's how we're gonna get there. Riding its laddered tights right up the hole in the soundproofing, through the holes in our own lungs. And that coolant is cooler than anything it's trying to cool. And more toxic, more hydraulic, more opaline, more omnicidal, and more forever. And that's a mighty long time. So let's go there, to Pittsburgh, or to heaven, or to the storage facility where Warhol tapes up his boxes of his tape and masking tape. That's a lot of mask, and that's a lot of tape, and that's a wrap. So let's go there after all with Paul, because we're from there, sort of.
Collect myself after that. Thank you so much, Joelle and Johannes. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I just gotta... So before I just jump in, I'll say when I started working on this project, I was thinking a lot about spectacle, but I was also, I think what motivated this book was I was thinking about what people, how people talk about people as not spectacular or the non-spectacular, and this kind of pressure seems to exist to be an influencer, to have a following, to have a brand. And I think we're at the point as a society where, you know, people who are making content, you know, there's people that are literally making reaction videos to reaction videos of people eating. And so I was at a conference and I overheard somebody saying that they didn't care about somebody else's degree. It didn't matter because they had blah, blah number of followers on Twitter. And I just started thinking about all of that a lot. And so yeah, this book is for the non-spectacular. I'm gonna read a quick passage. One of the books I was reading while I was working on this project is Scorched Earth by Jonathan Creary, who graciously wrote me a blurb for this book. But I just want to read a passage from this book on digital capitalism to kind of contextualize this. The digital tools and services used by people everywhere are subordinated to the power of transnational corporations, intelligence agencies, criminal cartels, and a sociopathic billionaire elite. For the majority of the Earth's population on whom it has been imposed, the internet complex is the implacable engine of addiction, loneliness, false hopes, cruelty, psychosis, indebtedness, squandered life, the corrosion of memory, and social disintegration. All of its routed benefits are rendered irrelevant or secondary by its injurious and sociocidal impacts. The internet complex has become inseparable from the immense, incalculable scope of 24/7 capitalism and its frenzy of accumulation, extraction, circulation, production, transport, and construction on a global scale. And that was the first time I ever heard this word, sociocidal. And I started thinking about, he doesn't really go on to define sociocide. And if you look it up, it just says the end of society. So this book is also a meditation on that word, sociocide. And this book begins where my second book ends. So the beginning is the ending of that book. So, suit up in American galoot, suit yourself for lay of the land, premature legislations, these are taproot times. Suit up, you life ahead of yourself, you sleeves, you cuffs, you smiser. You imaginary scaffolding, you busted knees on bleached grass, truck tire prayers, suit yourself, in bulkish fabric, and shoulder pads and social fads as planned and splayed by accounting, firm with hymns and family crests and darkened eyes and hollow prayers raging down to earth until home, until newspaper headlines corner house you home with the violent ambush of any body's dreams. I belong to this box, trapezoidal, backwards and scissored, collar, bullied, facial expression dollared, so gimme, so I say, I am garment, I am gimmicked, I am stiff canvas with a surgeon's cuff, a double-breasted box of cogs and cheap talk. I cannot speak in this box, I cannot speak of this death. I belong to this box of stubborn lightness of ghost. I am floating into the trees as the trees go still. I am so overgrown, so high as the trees go still. I belong to this box. A queer tucked in by flowers. Was it ashes or was it glitter? Fingers of an era flagged for farewell, satin-lined obscenity. Tulips crackling into ashes. Was it ashes or was it glitter at the end of nations? It was glitter. I always thought I'd like my own tombstone to be blank, no epitaph and no name. Well, actually, I'd like it to say Figment, Andy Warhol, America. Warning, this product contains addictive chemicals.
That's it.
Hi, my name is Figment, as in your imagination, and I live in Orlando, Florida. God center. Yep, and me and my buddy Dreamfinder, we go out every night and collect all kinds of dreams and ideas and spark some imagination.
Warning, this big gulp delinquent's gone 7-Eleven at the 24/7, gone all stations of the cross, at the Hollywood Gas and Go, BP, Shell, Sunoco. What I meant to say was this is an insider's guide to what to gas and how to diet. Everything you wanted to know about Prince Harry now. Is this a convenience store or is this a convenience store? Members only members are granted early access to exclusive content. Cybertrucks, am I right? Big torn Campbell's soup can, you share your most Googled fears. I'm thinking the same. Fresh hot coffee, any size. Don't burn me or I'll sue. Another missing person sign conceals another bullet hole. Newsreels to channel your inner madmen. Your reaction to the reaction is getting so many likes. This is everything we know so far about. Glass-clad polycarbonate, another attack on cashiers, on a different kind of screen, in the land of smash and grab, no safe transactions, only punch-ins, corruption, and clock-outs measured by poolside fools who only want it all for half the price. Collect them all. Science-backed rodent to voltaic spiral. Ditto with the hypertension. Ditto with the mirror flaunts. Ditto distorting smudge of DNA, the soft cursive pulse of alphabet. Ditto with the numbers traceless in the maze, faceless if a protein butchered by a name or another word for accident. Ditto like a hoax. Ditto in the rip-snorting gray of this world, in the storm of it all, in our carcass country drunk on bloodlust dreams. Exposed software. Actually, the gas and go is nothing but a front for a server farm, for data generative painting, a TMZ leak in real time, dun dun dun. Creating new futures via wish fulfillment, via deepfake laggers, fairy godmothers, gossip and rumors. It's an open source model frequented by bad actors. I don't know, call it an immersive art experience, I guess. If it sells, I mean, if it doesn't, Van Gogh, call it something groundbreaking, compare it to the Met Gala, etc., etc. Something about the art of looking. Mary's blackened skull speaks to me as I order everything I can online. Order everything I can. Selfie with Mary Magdalene's foot bone. Selfie in Greece with her left hand. Now let's do scientific facial reconstruction and compare facial volume. Mine for yours, babe. Figment, it's one of those days, babe. Babe, I did this to myself. Babe, I'm not even trying to sell anything. I don't think I like the people who watch us anymore. And since when did me become an us? Fucking hashtag gross. I don't think I like doing this anymore, even if I did get you through the pandemic. It doesn't matter. Hashtag shop the real deal, babe. Maybe I'm just your imagination. Maybe I thought you thought I was doing something revolutionary. And maybe I don't think I am, but I'm reading years and years of birthday cards from the past that you and I share, and well, I hate to say this, but they all read, "I'm so proud of you, congrats." Encrypted, too much unseeable earth for ailing geomancer eye, feeling out the cyber, bleeded out the hollows of my hyssop veins, still feeling the scars, Bitcoin, haze, a coke white, darkness glitching like an NFT candle across shadowed bodies. What am I worth? A forever? I rise from this box, I rise from any body's dreams, purple-winged, they ascend. Imagine you're that. Dizzy and choirless outside the funeral home like another flaking Godzilla slowly baking in the sun, over and over done until nightfall, until the long beam of a distant lighthouse, blue gestures in the sand. I want to be, cry freely. I want to be where the people are, as any monster in the feed. I'm sorry, I meant to say our feed, polluted with flags. I meant fags. I refuse to let social media police my language, police my feed. Faggity faggotry of fallen monuments, somewhere an unheard algorithm in my pink spangled tears. You hear that? You hear me screaming in the dance hall closet, scheming new ways to warp your dumb future. Call me figment, call me fatigued, storage for lots of photos, hashtag get ready with me. We need to leave this bed, but don't forget the props. Diamond pickaxe, diamond boots, strong enchantments for square environments. Haha. Hashtag resign is trending every day. We need to leave this bed. That's what the BetterHelp twink says. Do you get those YouTube ads? The BetterHelp twink knows what's best. Paid actors pay no attention. These aren't the droids you're looking for. In fact, pay no attention to this calm before the storm. If you want a reliable app to recalibrate your mind, now downloading Paul Dano at the end of Little Miss Sunshine. Then you better crash it, crush it. I say a walk through your local cemetery is perfect for seeing your world open up, especially if it's a landmark cemetery. Sorry, I meant to say landlord cemetery, a cemetery where they only bury landlords. Breakthrough lets you stay connected to the people around you even when collision on the eastbound, fire, hot, Baja Blast, do that shit. Time to mind, time to contribute to society. Actually, I'm only commenting to help push further into the wrong algorithm. Actually, my son broke his back on one of those pull-up bars, you know, the ones for rule bending. Can I get a refund for the inflammation and the bruising? He's so many colors now. You could call it hyperpigmentation. You could call it figment of your imagination. You really have to experience it for yourself. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, displayed in a golden reliquary. How does your garden grow? I think I figured out most things about life when I was 5 years old watching the office scene at the end of Willy Wonka. Half a sink, half a vault, half a clock, half a set. Some people only get to live life in halves, especially children. Some have only half until 14. Some have only half until 21. Some have only half into their 30s, half of themselves. You see, half of themselves. Can you see Charlie's mascara running, lipstick on his teeth, alone? He's much older now, etc., etc. Kneeling alone inside a long ago. Wonka Vader, shattered roof like some stained glass scene, etc., etc. Wrong, sir, wrong. It's all a scar, a growth, a grown-up. Can't you see Charlie trying to be something he's not, never was? Yo, what is up, guys? Today I'm doing my best to exploit tragedies for increased revenue. By becoming a patron, you can help me become a force for good. To be honest, I have big hopes. By becoming a patron, you can add payment details, which won't just help me, but will help build my brand. Finally, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I love the way you growth today. Encrypting in the dark, it tastes like onion peel, it tastes hyper-real. Currency is virtual like all you onion kids in the system breach. Leaky email box of the hacking team, where the onions grow all suspiciously, so suspiciously. So a designer to watch is slashing seasons ahead as a magazine asks me when I last felt timeless. And it might be this poem in which I am reacting to future reactions influenced by the present day trend of being that which is yet to be determined. In other words, the anticipation is literally killing me. I have trouble using the internet to portion control. I try not to eat anything found in a search engine. I try to save energy and prioritize easy cleanup. But if I order now, 3 dishwasher-free easy payments will turn into a 30-day money-back guarantee. And as the phone's wound begins to grow, I realize I've never been promised such a world. America is what changes every minute. With limp trapeze management and maternity wear to die for policies at a fraction of the price, oh, Virgin Pulse, sweet biometric data. Did you get your steps in today, asks the administrative hardware employed by the overworked and under-responding administrative team. Did I ever? Written by torso sorcerers, those get-rich-quick incels who can't get enough business retreats masquerading as healers, rattlers quick to slurp whatever life's left for the scraping. How's that for wellness? From the floor of the gas and go, a big league chewing such big boys with no real grip, nothing to fill in the cracks. In their concrete tummies, only repeat icy spills across the buttery floor tile, a real 3D experience, exposing old country homes half-assed by landlords hungry for new leases and chalk outlines. Yeehaw. XQC for mayor. Doesn't it feel good to feel understood? Now let me level up during this housing shortage. Almost read housing as hostage. I gotta get out of this neighborhood. All the green space is full. I mean, all the green space is true. Your fault, suck it up, find a job. Nope, you just died of black lung. You just died of dysentery. Can't ford a river, can't cock a wagon. What is your choice? What is free will? You guys, guess what? Me and my girlfriend finally did the thing and can't afford to finish. Blocked from chat. I don't know where the fudge I am, some dumbass professor at this college I hate talking about Baudrillard at 8 a.m., even if I'm wake and bake in my Family Guy pajama pants, even if all money is worth less over time. Yet you recommend I evacuate because another school shooter is hungry for skulls. Well, they can have my skull. They can have it immediately. Now move cam top right. Now move cam bottom left. Now Daisy, now Pluto, now Donald, now Goofy. In your fantasy, am I duck or dog? I can't even distinguish your hand from mine. I can't even OnlyFans because only bullets trend here. Relatively high, I'm feeling pretty high for a fluctuating price. Precious metals, babe. I feel like that time I was a kid and got lost in Epcot where everything looks like everything, only somehow worse. Is your hand even still there? Actually, there's no sensation anymore. Mickey, I think it's working. I feel so numb now, so do whatever you want to me. Where are we on this journey? Oh, no signal. Okay. How do I see the metadata of an image? How do I search? How do I search for a dot? How do I search for a word in a Google Doc? Search for a song, an image, search for a person. How do I search for a person? How do I search for a person? How do I search for a person? A person is septic. A person is free. A person is free from. What does free from mean? A person is flying a kite on a beach. A person is killed in a collision a person is every time or every time. A person is a search every time or every time. A person is a search for a song, an image. A person is a search for a person, a song, an image. Add a song to an image. How do I add a song to an image? How do I add a song to an image? Apple Vision Pro, you really have to experience it for yourself. Everyone who is pro cruise ships deserves this. Poor skull, thy fingers set ablaze. Call it an investment, call me figment. Next stop, imagination, in a time of endless violence. Rose-crowned and diamond-eyed, my crypto skull carries a magic 8-ball by mouth. I promise to swallow every question you have. In me, behold the only skull. Your eyes, literally me. Next stop, Sail Away by Enya. Damn it, Bobby, we are de-evolving as a species. We are the kind of thing you find on Instagram when you scroll for too long. We sound like a public restroom. Someone make this a song, please. I actually really love the sound cardinals make. Bro, my pet cardinal is literally the sound of my childhood. One time I played the sounds a mockingbird makes for my undergrads, and they were like, this song slaps. Are you sure this isn't AI? I mean, imagine setting up that many cameras. Imagine setting up a camera in that many rooms of your house. Imagine telling your principal you want whatever bro is on. Bro has some of the tippiest toes. Bro, I'm from Florida. We go up to gators all the time. Like little dogs. Some will fuck with you, some won't. That's life. Bro, what the fuck? Bro just leveled up. Bro is ripped today and works as a model. Bro never passes the blunt in rotation. Bro deserves an Oscar. Bro been waiting all day to drink non-alcoholic sparkling water. Bro, pour that bubbly. Bro ain't even with us anymore. Bro, my dad is humming the X-Files theme. Bro, your dad knows how to hit those notes. I want whatever bro is on. I don't know, is this all supposed to be some kind of celebrity portrait, a voice versus a perfect voice for serious legendary status? Way better than the recording, not just an icon, but a great mom. And yes, I remembered your birthday, but you don't know me. Good Lord, she's iconic, the collab no one asked for, but somehow always needed. I beg to differ, this ain't country. Country ain't about nudity. But shut up, she is so dope, I can't stop watching this really long Adidas advertisement. Bro, I almost broke the mouse hitting like. I mean, she is from Texas. I love looking at herself in the mirror. 31 songs is I Can't Sleep. Please appreciate Posty's background vocals. Be blessed and be a blessing. His tattoos appear on her face, dumbass. I don't know who needs to hear this, but we are all in this together. Just mesmerized by her total self-acceptance, they will forever be a legend. Why are you acting like you don't know this song? No flashy gimmicks. She is the moment, a bundle of joy, under fire for brusque behavior. Media bunch of liars, she was polite. Ask a question, get an answer. She looks stunning, what do you all want? Why is he walking around with a sock on his face? Why is he walking around with a sock on his face? Some people are saying you're controlling. Would you like to respond to your haters? I'm a person, bro. You got kids? All this TMZ bullshit, I don't give a fuck. You think because you're a white woman you can ask about my wife's free will? I'm a legend, dude. He offered her a job at the end. Dude is out of his trash mind. He's a villain, not a legend. As it was, more like it is what it is. Every morning I wake up scary, hairy. I smile thinking of you. When this song first came out, I was homeless, on drugs, and then jail. Now I have a house, job, and husband. Am I so annoyingly catchy? I want to go back in time so bad. Did you know that as we grow up, everything changes? How many glasses do you want to break? Adele, yes. Who's here in 2024? Who's here in 2025? Who's here in 2026? We just time traveled. I can't believe the song has aged like this. Well, she can sing and she is beautiful. Leave him alone, he's here to have fun. Good for her, let her fans rage. Working out 3 times a day doesn't fit into most people's lifestyles, but good for her. Can someone tell me the title of the song? Bitch looks too fat, bitch looks too skinny. Haters are gonna hate, no matter what you do. I can't enough. Body image tore shit down. I appreciate you being so vocal about body image. I dream of the way she said, hi, Mom. I know that's my dad. Old Hollywood glamour does it again. Does Oscar de la Renta want to make you a dress? She is drop jaw and modern day Marilyn Monroe. Can't stop him. Red backless suit is too feminine, too cringe, so disgusting. What the fuck happened to the American man? More like Timothy Shambles. I think he is gorgeous and stunning. He's the man who fell to earth. I don't love when he wears feminine clothes, though. I don't know, though. They look sincerely happy. Hella soothing voices. I used to hate this, her, but now I'm like, good job, sport, what's good? I think his voice needs therapy. Peaches will be sung at my funeral, but I want it to be sung by Jack Black himself. Intro gives me chills like how it felt to open a Polly Pocket playset for the first time. No wonder she was cast. She's perfect. She's flawless. He's so lovely. He's so down to earth. She's so beautiful. I'm crying into my echo mic under a lilac bush in some Reese's Pieces backyard in some forgotten 90s. I don't know what to say. There's no heavy perfume behind me now, only the original garment. Now I wear my enthusiasm on my blouson sleeve, there's no arguing with me. Fashion is sound, a scroop of fabric, catwalk extravaganza, a force-filled, lab-grown diamond, infinite bangle, effortless style meets weightless protection, a scroop of glitter. The original garment is haute couture, tour de force, not non-gendered, but identity expansive. No need to tie up any loose ends. I'm decidedly decadent and taking charge. Call it a new direction, bourgeois from the front, bang from the side. For the love of garments, I am guilty, charged with and convicted of allegedly obstructing officers, arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in order to pay for the release of photographs during a club appearance. Poetry remains a signature experience, well-worn, a merry melange of patterns and textures, the feed of your Google search, rules forever bending into a mi casa su casa ethos, and must-have styling essentials, the latest La Vie is Belle,